Hello Blizzard fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between XionS and Railgan on Terraform, the latter edition. I think this is the third game of these two that I have cast on my channel. I think the series is tied up 1-1, and go back and watch the others because they are all really good games. These two are really evenly matched. Let's go ahead and give Railgan a 1 and XionS a 1. And be very happy. This is a third game of a best of 3 series. In the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the red Protoss player. It is XionS. And in the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Railgan. Railgan used the extractor trick to get those 15 harvesters like he needs. He's probably going to go 15 hatch against XionS. XionS doesn't do anything crazy like Cannon. He trends to respect Zerg players. He will go for mass adepts early on though, so we need to watch out for that. And pretty much the way that you deal with that is either roaches or mass ling if you're the Zerg player. So getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. This is Terraform, the latter edition. I feel like most of the replays that I've cast lately have been on Terraform, that and Orbital Shipyard. I guess because it's the most standard. It's weird, but it's the most standard of all the ladder maps we have right now, I think. Bridgehead is insane. Again, Orbital Command is pretty good. Moonlight Madness is another crazy one. Dash and Terminal is fairly dumb, I think. A lot of people have problems with the extra doors coming into their naturals. Like, this is just standard. There's a wider ramp or a wider opening to get into your natural, but nothing too insane. A drone is patrolling to try to block a Nexus, but it looks like Zion's not interested in really doing that quite yet. Chrono boosting Outworkers, getting that Cybernetics core up, and pretty much Railgun at this point is trying to be annoying, but I think by the time he can block this, there might be a Zealot or a Stalker out to deal with him. So 3 bases now coming up for Railgun. This is 3 base and then gas before spawning pool. So Railgun says, I know XionS's tendencies. I know he likes to go macro, but at this point, XionS is pretty much on 1 base. And I mean, if he 4-gated or something, this would be a pretty scary spot for Railgun to be in. So Railgun taking a bit of a chance here, getting that spawning pool up as well. Here we go. Drone on probe action. This is what you came to see, ladies and gentlemen. And who wins this? I think it looks like the probe's going to win it. No, the probe actually backs out. This drone is down to a low amount of health. One more zap and I think he's dead. No, he gets the probe and remains alive. This is a hero drone, ladies and gentlemen. The Nexus does go down, but it was delayed by quite a bit. And the drone got a probe kill. That is one happy drone heading on back to mine and hopefully will not end up dead. This probe doing some scouting of its own. I think probes are just robots. I'm not sure if they have genders. If that's offensive to your robots that are watching this in the year 2162, I apologize. I did not know. I'm from 2015. Please judge me according to the standards of my time. Here we go. Probe hanging out behind these minerals. Very sneaky probe. I'm not sure. Forward pylon. Proxy Stargate, who knows at this point? What are we doing back here? Getting Warp Gate research, and the gateway is doing absolutely nothing at this point. Mothership Core here to defend against any errant lings that might get through this giant wide open front door. Meanwhile, Railgun not doing much of anything whatsoever. Getting queens, getting speed for his lings. We've seen him not do this before, where he doesn't get the speed and gets a lot of roaches instead, but at this point it looks like he wants speedlings to deal with the adepts that are likely coming out. This is 3 gateways. And this gateway could make an adept. I think there's enough money for it. Yes, indeed there is. But it looks like Zion might be waiting for the Cybernetics core to finish researching Warp Gate before that happens. So effectively, there's nothing here right now. There's a single Zealot holding this line, which can hold effectively an infinite number of lings, especially with a Mothership core overhead, especially if the Mothership core has enough energy for a photon overcharge. But regardless, no lings are getting through this anytime soon. We might do Drop-a-Lord stuff. Did I say might? We could do Drop-a-Lord activity here to get on into the main base. I could cast the entire match like this, like I'm from Kentucky, but instead I think I'll go back to my regular accent, which I'm not sure is actually an accent. I've been told that where I live is fairly accent neutral compared to the rest of the United States. So that's kind of good, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it means we're boring. Who knows? Regardless, there are so many workers. There are 32 to 30 right now. 24 lings on the way for Railgun. Good gravy. That is a lot of lings. What's the answer going to be from XionS? I don't see. There we go. First adept is warping in. Where on earth is that adept? Front door. So heading on out. Whoa, a lot of adepts actually. I missed those. Using psionic transfer on the way. They're chasing these lings, but there are so many lings out on the field. They're trying to run up here and hide, I guess. I don't know why they're all grouping up here. Coming along the top side, I don't think they know these adepts are here. Yes, they do. Here come the adepts. It is adept trying to snipe down these Lings, and Sonic Transfer happens. They do end up over here. This is so fun to cast, watching them, see if they're going to fake you out or not. They're trapped up against the wall, though. This is a lot of Lings, but it's a good positioning for the Adepts, but I think they're out of energy. Their timer has not quite run up to where they can do Sonic Transfer. There it is, though. 4 Adepts. Nope. How many Adepts actually survive? 2? Boop, 2 survive to take down a couple drones here in the main base. They're trying to ignore the Lings and just kill workers before they die. And there they go. Their souls ascend to ire. They are very brave Adepts. They have done what they were sent to do, which was kill Lings and drones. So 23 Lings and 3 drones died for 7 Adepts. I don't know. I'd say that's fairly even. That is a lot of gas, though, is the thing about Adepts, is there are 25 gas. I think, is that what it is? Yeah, 25 gas for 7 Adepts is quite a bunch of gas. So I'm not sure if that was entirely worth it. About 140, maybe 150 gas there. Oh, the Adept almost leaves its post, but there are 3 sentries here. That's enough to force field that little spot forever and ever. Those Lings are not getting through. Again, we could drop if we wanted to. I haven't seen a drop lord play in a long time. Mothership Core says, I'll kill all these Lings. Don't mind me. I know I hit kind of slow and hit kind of weak, but I will kill all of these Zerglings if you give me the chance. I essentially 5-shot Lings. Yeah, 5-shot Lings, but I have 3 of them now. Oh boy, surrounding one of the Adepts. That ends up dead. Trying to get on top of these sentries, doing a pretty good job of it. Desperation force fields from XionS do manage to force them out. One of the sentries ends up dead, and the Lings escape. This Mothership Core is so annoying. Overhead right now, a 4th base now coming up for Railgun. 50, 60 Harvesters now to 46 in comparison to the Protoss player. And there we go again, getting surrounded with the Speedlings again. Can we kill some of these sentries is going to be the question. Yes, 2 of the sentries die, 3 of the sentries die. Can we get 1 more? Yes! 4 sentries end up dead, and that effectively slows down XionS's push forever and ever. 5 total sentries have died. He wanted to have an Adept Immortal Sentry pushout. Now that's definitely not going to happen. He's going to take a 3rd base instead. Those Lings definitely paid for themselves. A lot of Lings have died in this game, 60. But in the end, they paid for themselves over and over again because this push is never going to come. Or if it does, it's going to be super delayed, which is exactly what Railgun wants. Wants time to tech up, wants to get upgrades, wants to be ready for that push. The timing is off, which makes it a lot less effective. But let's see what XionS is doing in response. Again, getting that Nexus there. Also getting a Hydralisk gun is Railgun. We might see Lurkers. I think we saw Lurkers in game number 2 between these players. But anyway, check out all these Lings just moving around, being very active across the map, trying to look for proxy pylons. And the front door is wide open. Oh, and the Warpin is a little bit off as well on the Adept. These Lings are going to die, but these Lings are here inside the main base trying to kill workers. They get 1 immediate pullout from XionS, trying to run away all of these workers. I don't think any of them will die. Nope, they do not. So the Lings are turning their attention to the workers on the gas. We're going to get this pylon. Not actually going to depower the Twilight Council, I don't think. Oh, it does depower the Twilight Council. Trying to get a full surround on the Twilight as well to kill it before the shield upgrade for the Adepts is there. But no, I think there's way too much DPS. All the Lings are going to die, but another Ling attack up here, focusing down an Adept. Trying to get these pylons at the same time. Photon Overcharge is up, though, and it does chase away the Lings. They do escape with their lives. Try to get back in there. No, because that's where the army is. They recognize there's really not much happening there. More Lings coming across the field. This is the Falcon Paladin style of ZVP. If I could win every game with just Lings, I absolutely would try to do so. They are so fun to get surrounds on stuff and go fast and do this sort of thing and get force fielded out, and then you lose all your Lings and you're very sad. But losing Lings up here is better than losing Lings down here because reinforcements can be made fairly quickly. Although this isn't the Heart of the Swarm campaign where replacement Lings are made for free back at your hatchery. That was an upgrade you could get. It was really insane to just basically go mass Ling against the computer, and when they died, replacement ones would come out of your hatchery immediately and just kind of sit on your front door. So good times. What's morphing in? Something's morphing in. The Lurker Den is not quite done yet, so there are Lurkers definitely on the way. The Lings coming along the north path, the army here coming through the middle path for XionS, throwing up a bit of a forward pylon here in the middle, but the Lings get in. There's not a cannon here yet. Photon Overcharge goes down. The Lings are a little distracted, but the probes are attacking, which means that the Zergling can attack them on AI, which isn't a huge deal. They're on hold position, which isn't fantastic, but it's better than attacking this Nexus at this point. Getting workers is the best thing you can do. Pretty good micro from Railgun to get as many workers as he did. It's 78 to 51 total workers at this point. So here we come. Here's the push. We have Adepts. We have Immortals. We have Sentries as well. The Lings get another run by into the natural base. This is so bad for for XionS right now. Link's taking down workers left and right, trying to get rid of these Adepts. Can't quite do it. The Adepts are very, very strong. More Lings, though, and here we go. Do we just have Lings to deal with this? I think so. A few Hydras and a few Lurkers, so that's pretty good. Force fields are amazing, but the Lurker range is good, too. Big shots out on those Adepts, but the army does move away from the Lurkers. Everybody behind these force fields moving on right into the natural, feeling very brave. More force fields coming down. Even more force fields, but the Lings are on top of everything. Sentries are dying. Stalkers are dying. There are not many sentries left now for XionS. Okay, I guess there are 5 or 6, but moving up the ramp into the main is XionS. What on earth? These Lurkers are trying to burrow and get shots off on the departing army, but can't quite do it. Everybody's stuck down here, and XionS is up here taking out infestation pits. And can we get up this ramp? No, he is force fielded out of his own main. Is Railgan right now. He has no flying units whatsoever. He has no Ravagers to take down these force fields. These units are so frustrated, but the DPS is a lot right now. These 2 Immortals and a Stalker are going to be able to make short work of this Hive. That is a huge pickup for XionS. What is Railgan going to do? Is Railgan going to try to keep coming up here? Is he going to morph in some Ravagers? He doesn't even have a Roach Warren, I don't think. So he plays the Lurkers down at the bottom of the base. The Hive does actually fall. There's nowhere to go for these units, though. XionS tries to come out, and the Lurkers chase him back up the ramp. But that just means the Extractor falls. The spawning pool is going to fall. The Lurker Den is going to fall as well for Railgan. He managed actually to get, whereas an Ultralisk Cavern up before the Hive died, which is actually a pretty good pickup by him, and replacing the spawning pool already before this one is even dead. So this army is a little bit abandoned right now, but here comes Railgan pushing with Hydras, pushing with Lurkers, gonna lay siege to this front door, trying to get inside desperately, but they can't. All the Adepts were stuck there for just a minute, and Immortal dies as well. The Hydras sniping down everything. They don't care about this Photon Overcharge. Railgan is mad. The Lurkers sniping down pylons, sniping down what they can. The Hydras aren't in a great position. They should probably back out and try to take care of these gateways, but yeah, there we go. Back on out. Let the Lurkers do the work. This army is just trapped. I don't think they're going anywhere for the time being. Here come the Hydras, going to try to take out this third base. I really don't know who's going to win this game. There's been so much lost already. The Lurkers just sitting at the front door, killing what they can, killing units that try to come out now. Ooh, Stargate's on production for XionS. Maybe he wants some Void Rays to deal with this, but the Hydras are very strong as well, and the third Nexus dies almost immediately to these no upgraded whatsoever Hydras. The probes are trying to run away, but guess what? Lings are faster than you guys. They will be able to get you wherever you decide to run. There's a probe here saying, hey, don't lead everybody over here. This was my hiding place. The probes even stopped running, but a couple of them, I think, might have given away exactly where this dude was. And yes, this Ling does find it. And here we come with the Hydras trying to move down this ramp right on top of these Lurkers, though. Are we going to kill them is the question. Not a lot of DPS left, but the Lurkers end up getting cleaned up. A few Hydras show up, sniping down sentries. There we go. There's a single Immortal at the same time with 2 Hydras. Who wins this fight is going to be the question. It's going to be very, very close. 2 more shots on that Hydra, and it's dead. And it is the Immortal that wins with 18 hit points. But here comes the Queen to take care of it. Meanwhile, the Hydra Lurker army is here, throwing down Contaminate on that building that he then killed. So a bit of a waste of Contaminate there, but that is A-okay. Overseer here just to make sure no Dark Templars show up. The Immortal in the back has 5 kills, uses the barrier ability to make himself a little bit more immortal, but it does end up dead. I know a lot of Protoss players don't like it too much, but I have heard good stories about it at the same time. Hydras taking down Stalkers, taking down Workers, transferring Workers. Poor probes end up dead as well. These guys trying to escape, and that's it. XionS is defeated, Railgan is victorious, and XionS has left the game. So, woo! Pretty intense little LOTV game there. I think not much was left here. No, just a couple observers for XionS. It was 109 to 23 supply. The army was right here. This Nexus was dead. XionS had to tap out. So we're going to go ahead and give Railgan a 2-game to 1 series lead. I have to imagine we'll see these players again in the future, which is really good for us because they are really fun games to watch and fun games to cast. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you heard and what you saw today. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.